Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video we're going to be talking all about the brows. For today's products we are going to be using all Benefit brow products. I have been using their products for quite some time now, so I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable about all these products. I actually received a little PR package not too long ago from Benefit and they sent me this super cute brow survival kit. So everything we're going to be talking about came in this kit. I have used all these products in here before, but basically what's going to happen is I'm going to go over all these products, tell you a little bit about them, how I like to use them, and then I'll show you a little step-by-step tutorial on how I like to use these products. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so I think I'm going to probably start with my most favorite product from this box. That's going to be the Zings. I love this stuff so much. It's probably my #1 favorite product in this box. The reason being is because it comes in two forms of consistencies. So you get like a little wax consistency, then you get powder, and which is really nice because you can mix and match, and that's kind of how I like to do it. I like to outline my brow with the wax and then I'll go over with powder just for like a more natural effect, I guess you could say. So this is the little box it comes in, and the actual product looks like this, and then you open it up and you have like a little mirror in here that you can always use, and then here is the wax consistency, and then you have the powder. And it also comes with little miniature tweezers, and then it comes with a two-ended little miniature brush. I only like to use that brush when I'm using the powder. I have my own brush that I like to use for the wax. So that is the first product that I love. I'm gonna set this aside. Alright, so for the second product, I also love this product. It's gonna be the GimMe Brow. I really love this stuff. So basically it's just like a tinted brow setter kind of. It's just more of a tint to it. So basically I like to apply this when I'm almost done with my brows and I'm ready to go. If I have any like powders on my little hairs, I'll just go over with this and I'll just kind of color that in. So I really like this, and this is in the shade 1. I'll show you how the actual product looks like. So this is how the actual product looks like. It's very tiny, super cute, and the brush is actually very small itself as well. It looks like this. But I always use this guy when I'm doing my brows. I cannot leave the house without it. Okay, next up is probably my least favorite product from this box. I honestly tried to fall in love with this product. Like every time I do get products and I get to try them out, I always want to put my honest opinion on them. So I always like try to reuse them and reuse them just so I can see if I like actually will fall in love with it. And I've tried to use this guy so many times and I try to like it, but I can't. And I feel so bad because I love Benefit so much. But this is the Brow. Basically it's just like a brow filler. It looks like this, and it comes with the cream / powder consistency. So that's probably why I don't like it. It's because it dries out super quick and it's really hard for me to apply on. I know there's always mixed reviews on this one. Some people love it, some people don't. I'm one of those people that don't. But what's kind of cool about this guy is, so basically you unscrew this top and you have your pomade in here. And then what you could do is take this top off and you have a little brush in here and you can, wow. So you have a little brush in here and you can flip it over and insert it, so you can use this as like a brow pencil basically. So it's kind of neat. I mean, it was really creative and cute, but yeah, you basically dip your brush, you can close it or you can leave it open and just use it to fill in your brows with it. Yeah, I think this product is super cute, but I just don't like the consistency of it just because it's more of a cream / powder mixed consistency, which I'm not a big fan of. Alright. Next up is gonna be the 3D BROWtones. Oh, like for a second I almost forgot what this was. We have the 3D BROWtones. I really love this stuff just because it gives you such a natural effect. Okay, so basically before I get ahead of myself, I actually like to use this stuff when I'm not wearing makeup that day, but I kind of want to put something on my brows so they look fuller. Basically, it's just like a little tinted brow setter kind of. Is just colored and it fills in your brows a little bit and it makes it look like they're less sparse and they look fuller and everything. So even before I start filling in my brows when I'm doing my makeup that day, I'll put this on just because I feel like I use less of like a pomade on my brow just because they look fuller and they already have something on it. But this is really nice for days that you're not wearing makeup and you just want to have something on your brows, or even on days that you are wearing makeup but you just want to use less of brow like products, like pomade for example. I would just put this on beforehand and then fill in my brows with the rest of the products that I use. So this stuff is super great. I actually used it yesterday. I went to the river and I just wanted to fill in my brows a little bit, so I only used this and they already looked fuller, which was pretty cool. Next up is the Eyebrow pencil. So basically you can kind of use this as concealer almost. Basically I just like to outline the bottom of my brows with it just to give it a more defined look, and then I'll blend it out and then I'll top it off with like a powder highlighter. But yeah, basically you just outline your brows with this stuff and I like it. It's really good. It's very pigmented, which is really nice, and it's super easy to use. Like, it's not complicated and super easy to blend out. And then we have the 24-hour brow setter. This basically is a shaping and setting gel. So when you're basically done with your brows completely from start to finish, you're gonna set your brows with this stuff, and it's just a clear gel. It's as if you're putting like wax in your hair or something to like make it stay in place. This does the same thing for your brows so they won't move or budge. So the last two products that I'm going to share with you guys are very similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills products. So the first product is the Precisely My Brow Pencil. So basically this is very similar to the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencils. But this is how the actual product looks like. Super cute and very creative. Looks like a little bow and arrow type thing. This part of the pencil has the actual brow product, and then the end we have a little spoolie. I like to use this mostly towards the front of my brows and kind of make hair-like strokes just so it looks like you have a more natural effect towards the front. And then the last product is also very similar to one of Anastasia's products. This is the Goof Brow. This is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. I always mess up when I say that, but this is very similar to Anastasia's Brow Definer. And it also looks like this. And so basically sometimes it makes up the ends because the ends look very alike, but you get a spoolie on one end and then you get the actual brow pencil on one end, and it literally looks very similar to the Brow Definer. But these also work super great. Thanks for interrupting. Sorry, that was my little ring light mirror that I use when I'm doing my makeup, and it has like a little Bluetooth speaker in it, so it turns off automatically. But anyways, yeah, this is also very great. I like to use this to outline my brows and then fill them in a little bit, and then sometimes I'll switch back to this guy right here and just fill in the front of my brows. So I go back and forth between most of these, but for today's video I'm actually going to be using the Brow Zings, which has the wax and powder consistency, to fill in my brows, and some of the other products. Not all of them, obviously. But yeah, that is all the products that came in that little survival kit. I thought it was super cute, super creative. But anyways, I'm gonna jump in right into the tutorial. So if you guys wanna see how I fill in my brows using these products, then keep on watching. Alright, before we go in and fill in my brows, I'm gonna go ahead and take the 3D BROWtones and just kind of lightly fill them in with this little brush. It's gonna automatically fill it in and make my eyebrows appear much fuller. After the 3D BROWtones, I'm going to go ahead and move on to Brow Zings using the Benefit brush, and I'm taking the wax consistency first and just outlining my brow. I'm starting by outlining the bottom of my brow, and then I'm going to move to the top, and then I'm just going to fill in a little bit of the end of my brow. And in between filling, I like to take the spoolie and just brush out the hairs. Sometimes it's better to see where you filled it in and where you've missed. As you may have noticed, I moved down to the front of my brow. I'm just using whatever product is left over and making hair-like strokes. Now this is where I move to the powder consistency. I just use the powder where I see there is more sparse areas or areas that still need a little bit more filling. The powder kind of helps with that, and it almost like sets the wax. Once I'm done filling in my brow, I'm going to go ahead and take the eyebrow pencil and just clean up my brow by outlining areas that need to be cleaned up. As you guys can probably tell, this pencil is super pigmented but super easy to blend out. I'm just taking a brush and blending it out a little bit, and also taking my finger to diffuse it a little bit. It definitely helps. After blending out the eyebrow pencil, I take any highlighter and just kind of set that brow pencil. It's going to make a more intense highlight in that area as well. Afterwards, I take the GimMe Brow and set my brow. Just because the highlighter I used is powder and I probably got some powder on my brow, and this kind of fills that in. And the very last step is taking the 24-hour brow setter and just setting my brows in place. That way they don't move all day. And that concludes this brow tutorial and review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below and let me know what you think. And please subscribe so you don't miss out on my future videos. And I'll see you guys next time.
And you know how to forget all the wrongs.